Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Higurashi Tsumihoroboshi, Chapter 13. We're getting there. I think there's... I don't know if this is the last chapter. I don't know if we got like there's usually an achievement when you read all the hints, so... It's either... I feel like there's max 2 left, which means we finish it this week, unless I'm wrong. I mean, this is all just gut feeling, but we still have the... Well, finish the main story. We still have like one bad ending, right, or more, because we haven't gotten the bad ending yet, and also the author note thing, which we just combine with the bad ending usually, just because it's pretty short unless it's long. Who knows? But pretty exciting stuff. I mean, last episode was basically a hype episode, to be honest. Not much happened besides discussion. But before we jump in, let me just talk about some stuff not related to Higurashi so you can skip ahead. Food take. I know everyone loves my food takes. That's literally the reason why people watch this series, is just to hear my takes about food. I actually had two, but I'm gonna only say one and save one for the next episode. You know, keep it going. So I'm just gonna say the less offensive one, and I think it's pretty agreeable, but I think cheesecake is the best cake type. I don't say that lightly. I mean, I think I've talked about it when I talked about pie. I'm not like the biggest cake guy. Like, I would never like just buy a cake like I do with pies. But luckily, I had 2 birthday parties this month, and tried 2 different cakes. One was like a standard vanilla fondant, whatever. It's alright, it's good. I can eat it. It's not anything I love, but I forgot how good cheesecakes are. It's actually ridiculous how good that was. Feels like cheating. I don't know. It's just, obviously it's just different from most cakes because of the fillings, usually just cheese. Like, this one was just cheese with like crumb on the bottom, but it's actually the best, I think. Again, I don't have too much experience, but I don't know. It's actually ridiculous how good it is. I really want to try ice cream cake too, because I remember really loving that as a kid, and that's its own filling, not the standard stuff. But I doubt it'll be better than cheesecake. So there you go. There's your semi-regular food take of the day. Yay! Also, it's important. Well, I guess I should note that now that Doki Doki's finished, even though I did note this, I think before, the new series is starting up right away. 9 doors, 9 people, 9 something. I don't, I don't remember the title. It's kind of long, but if you're interested in that, I mean, I only recorded 1 episode. It seems like a puzzle game with visual novel, elements. That's not the word. Whatever. You get it. Puzzle first, visual novel second. First episode was pretty good. I'm proud of myself for not being horrible at puzzles like I usually am. So, yeah, that's something to look forward to if you are interested in it for Tuesdays and Thursdays. But yeah, let's just wrap up this intro and just start it. It's exciting stuff. Walking with only me on to school made me miss Rena a lot.
どうしたのさ、ケイちゃん。さっきからキョロキョロしてさ。
なんでもないよ。
It was the same old path to school, but I felt nervous for some reason. I wondered what Rena meant when she said she was going to win a come from behind victory last night. I don't know what she means. I kind of thought about it, but like, might as well just see. Like, I was thinking what it could mean, and in my head, I think it's her killing Rita. I don't know. That's just because, again, Rita is kind of the source of things. I don't know if Rena, well, not the source, but the extraterrestrial. Oh, didn't I say I would talk about something more? Oh no, I forgot. I thought I commented something I would talk about more, but I don't remember. Oh boy. Well, if anyone remembers, if I promised anyone I would talk about something, then You can remind me. I don't actually remember. I feel like I typed that recently though. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Killing Rita, I feel. Takano's probably still alive just because from all the other arts and my theories on that, but I don't think Rena believes that, so that's probably not on the agenda. Don't think she would kill Oishi because she doesn't suspect Oishi at all. Attacking the Sonozakis, like Keiji said, could be something too, so those are the two options. Unless she's going to the clinic to crack some skulls there. But I don't know, maybe it's something totally something crazy. I couldn't stop feeling like something dangerous was going to happen. Rena thought Mion was one of her enemies. She could be lying in wait to attack Mion with a knife.
大丈夫だって。レナがそんな短絡的なことをするわけないよ。まあ仮にそうでも自分の身くらい守れるからね。
I can believe that. Mion said it brightly as if trying to tell me she wasn't afraid of anything. But I couldn't be optimistic like her because I knew exactly what Rena was going through. Rena must be determined by now, and she probably wouldn't mind dying fighting against Mion if she wasn't going to win anyway. Of course, that didn't mean she was definitely going to take violent action. But I couldn't deny the possibility either.
それよりおじさんが気にかかるのはどうしてレナが急に変になっちゃったのかその理由の方だね。
That's a good topic, because most of the stuff's been pointing to the mastermind causing this craziness. And since we're done unlocking our answer after this, because apparently the mastermind is revealed next arc, I think it is boiling down closer to Takano and Oishi, and I think I can let Ire off the hook, despite all the happy memes going on. Like, it's always been like Takano Oishi more and Ire like in the back, but still like a target. But if I had to snip one, it would be Ire. And it's just hard to snip between Takano and Oishi. The only problem I have with Takano being the mastermind is that we haven't seen any connection to her with Satoshi, while Oishi has a connection with everyone going crazy. But like, you can definitely like link Takano back to Keiichi, Shion, and Rena. Obviously, Rena's probably the biggest one. But I don't know about Satoshi. That's the one that's kind of like, we don't know. Well, Oishi can link back to every one of them. But at the same time, you can say like Oishi probably had a less influence on at least Shion and Rena. But still pretty big, I feel. So I don't know. It's between those two. If it's not one of those two, and it's not Irie, then I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Was there any reason? If there is a mastermind at all, who knows? Maybe there isn't, and it is just a lot of people doing different stuff. Like, what if Takano and Oishi were all doing shady stuff, but not like super grand, like a mastermind? But I feel like there is. There's so much build up, and even Rita kind of talked about it. So yeah. I remembered the tragedy. He does remember the Tsumiboroboshi tragedy. Interesting. I couldn't remember what made the world go crazy, but I remember we got lost in that awful Oh wait, maybe he's not talking about Tsumiboroboshi. Just Anitatoshi. We got lost in that awfully scary world. It started with small things, and those small things continued to pile up one after another. If you thought about it calmly, you'd laugh because it was really a stupid thing. But once those little tiny stupid things started to bother you, you couldn't ignore them. It was that kind of disease, if you could call it one. But there must have been a reason. There must have been a reason that made the world go crazy. But it must be such a small thing that you couldn't even notice. And unfortunately, the reason was very difficult to understand, and you wouldn't be able to figure it out until you died.
親戚にお医者がいてね、ちょっと聞いてみたんだけど、脳とかに腫瘍ができて たまたまそれが珍しいところだったりすると性格が急に変わったり普段と別人みたいになってしまうことがあったりするんだって。
That's true.
大
I
昔
know
はこ
about
の
that.
病気が悪魔つきや狐つきなんて呼ばれてオカルト的に脚色されてたこともあるんだってさ。
You don't think Rena has a tumor? I mean, maybe. But I feel like since she had medical treatment, I mean, it's probably been a while, but still.
ってことはつまり脳という体の一部に起きた肉体的な病気ってわけか。
It's not bad, but the fact that we've literally seen other people go through a similar crazy state probably means that's not true.
今回に関しては精神的と捉えてもいいかもしれないね。レナはリナ鉄平殺しの後かなり動揺していて心が不安定になってた時期があった。
Yeah, okay.
そんな時期に大石のバカタレが富武さんたちの事件を大げさに吹き込むもんだから。
It's true that Oishi was I mean, Rena had the strap boots before Oishi encounter, but she didn't really think about it until Oishi talked to her, but I don't know.
大石さんって人もさ、
Yeah.
高野さんのスクラップ帳に少し似てるとこがあるかもな。
True. He knows.
へえ、どの辺が？
Both possible masterminds.
なんていうのかな、ひなみ沢村連続開始事件というものが存在しているというあたりについて問診しているというか、現に5年連続で起こってるのにこんなことを言うのもなんだけど。
It's so hard to like really theorize it because we just don't have information about 2 and 3 at all, and we barely have enough for the first one to like the first one at least is you can play around with it, but 2 and 3 is just literally just speculation.
俺さ、
So it's hard
もともと連続事件なんて
for me anyways.
存在しないんじゃないかって思ってる。
It was true that the mysterious incidents happened 5 years in a row, but they were each solved individually. It was the same as a past you didn't need to talk about. The thing is, Keiichi, it happened on the same day every year. It's just too much. It's just too much, right? I feel like it has to be. It doesn't have to be someone literally killing them, but it has to be someone influencing them. It's just too much of a coincidence. I won't believe. I mean, I don't know. Then again, since we don't have enough information on again 2 of the 5, maybe it is just a coincidence that you don't need to look too deep into because they're not letting you solve all of them really. So I don't know. We thought of them as a series of mysterious deaths, which is why we thought something was going to happen this year too. It led us to think that there was a conspiracy, but something did happen, and that the Sonozaki family was behind it. We connect those things to the series of mysterious deaths, but we shouldn't do that in the first place. Just like I tried to keep my distance from Rena when I found out about her dark past. Wasn't everybody just trying to keep their distance from the dark past of Hinamizawa? Takano-san's scrapbooks are a good example. She dramatized both recent incidents and old cruel history. And she made feasible stories out of them, saying that the Sonozaki family was behind it all. Oishi-san did the same thing too. He was so convinced that the Sonozaki family was behind it all that it was making him interpret things the wrong way. In that sense, we could say Oishi-san believed the same delusion as Rena. I mean, if Oishi earnestly believed that the parasite theory was real, I don't even hate that statement. I don't know. I don't think he did, but...
その辺にはさ、何かあるごとに黒幕のように振る舞う園崎家の責任もあるんじゃねえのかな。この村では何かおかしなことがあれば全て園崎家の暗躍。それで決着をつけられてしまう魔法の言葉になっちゃってるんだよ。例えて言えばほら、この世の現象は全てプラズマで説明できるみたいな感じだよ。
I don't even know what that means.
ほう、つまりそれは何を？ 園崎家が全部悪いってわけ？
そうだ、お前が全部悪い。よってお前の名前は
Plasma
今日から
Mion.
プラズマミオンと呼ぶ。
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, obviously they have a part. If Oishi is super delusioned, like I mean, even in your motives, that Oishi is a mastermind. You know that he's hard set on the Sonozakis. Like, oh, yeah. I don't know about Takano though. I really don't feel like Takano is that locked on the Sonozakis. I just think I mean, she comes to the natural conclusion. I mean, I guess she is. I don't know. It just doesn't feel as much as Oishi. Probably because she's not as aggressive.
うわ、なんだかレスラーみたいな名前だな。
Plasma Mion. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with that nickname, but it's not bad.
はあはあ、プロレスラー大いに結構。そうだけじゃん、コブラツイストって知ってる？
やめろ。このクソ熱いのに絡みつくな。いっててて。
Jesus. Boom, 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 boom. Hey. Hello, Satoto. And Rita, what have you been doing? You said you're on Team Teichi. Better have been doing stuff in the background. That seemed in the hint that she was just gonna continue watching and hoping it would change, so maybe she isn't gonna actively help. Satoto and Rita looked a little sad when they saw only the two of us. If the three of us came to stroll together like always, they would have been really happy. But our classmates were noisy as usual. Nobody seemed to make a big deal about Rena's absence. Chi-sensei was going to be here soon and she'd start morning homeroom. Everyone was fooling around as if they didn't want to miss a second of the time until then. Yo. Are we actually memeing and she's actually gonna nuke the city with gas? No way. Or she's gonna burn it down. No, I feel like it's gonna be the gas. Oh no. It smelled like gasoline or something and it really stank. Someone from the forestry service must have been putting gasoline into the construction equipment or something. Some students near the windows were making a fuss because they wanted to close the windows to shut out the smell. Our school wasn't a normal school compared to others. We were using part of the forestry service building. Unusual things like this happen sometimes.
いやいや、こんなの大したことないって。いつだったかな、貝塚いぶきを剪定した枝葉をトラック山盛り何杯分か運び込んできたことがあってさ。あれはひどかった。あの独特の刺激臭は頭痛を起こさせるよね。
Not sure what that is. I mean, probably it's a type of tree, but actually no, it's not. There's no way. Okay, they're gonna explain it for me. No need to Google. Huh? Actually, I'm Googling it. What am I? Juniper? It sounds so familiar too. Plants. Juniper are coniferous trees and shrubs in genus. What do you use it for though? Let's just look at imagers. Looks like blueberries, but it's not. Huh, I'm not sure. I definitely heard of it, so I probably have seen them, but I mean, yeah, obviously it's not blueberries. They don't grow on trees, but you know. Probably someone just mentioned it as we passed by. Oh, wait. Actually, I don't know. Okay. Put it in curry.
今度スーパーに行ったら探してみろ。
よくわかんないけど、最初はリカとケイチさんに毒味をさせた方が良さそうでございます
Obviously,
よね。
Rita's memeing about it, I think.
あれ俺たちのボールがね王女お前がまた隠したんだろ
Ball and weird smell. Is this Rena's plan? The boys seem to be looking for their ball for a while, and they yell at Satoko.
誰がそんなものを隠しますの？どうせ隠すならもう少し気の利いたものを隠しましたよ。
ほらほら、先生来たよ。みんな席に着きな。
Emergency! Run away!
Hi,
No.
minasan.
Okay, we're calm.
席に着いてください。
Well, we're not dying, so I guess it's not poisonous yet. I kept thinking about Rena the whole time during class, and I guess she wouldn't try to kill Keiichi, so... I thought about what she said last night. I wonder what her come from behind victory means. According to Takano-san's delusions, the mastermind behind the bioterrorism were the three families and a group of fanatical believers that controlled those three. In other words, the Sonozaki family. What could Rena do alone against them? Mian lived with her grandmother, the leader of the Sonozaki family. They were only two of them in the house. There were. It was possible that Rena would try to break into their house with a knife. But I'd already come up with that possibility last night. That's why I called Mian and warned her. On the way to school this morning, Mian told me some bodyguards from the corps had been at her house since this morning. She told me she'd be guarded herself too. There was a black car parked near the school gate. They must have been the bodyguards. But according to Takano-san's parasite theory, the battle wouldn't end just by attacking the leader of the Sonozaki family. According to the delusion she believes in, the conditions of her victory were more complicated than that. She needed to expose the group of fanatics who were behind the Sonozaki family, and she needed to destroy their research on the parasite. Plus, Rena didn't have much time left, thanks to that suspicious poison she mentioned. But how exactly could she win a come-from-behind victory under circumstances like that? She might interpret that the town council are the group of fanatics. If so, she might attack them the next time they have a meeting at the shrine. The town council meets once a month at most. It would be hard to believe that they were holding a meeting today. She probably thought the place researching the parasite is the Erie clinic. Rena suspected that there was something fishy about the clinic from the beginning. And that suspicion must have changed to certainty in her head by now. Did that mean she was going to attack the clinic? This wasn't like an action movie. What could she do all by herself? Was she going to start a fire? No, that would be pointless. In order to expose the conspiracy, she'd have to get proof that they were actually studying the parasite. Was she going to break into the clinic and get questionable weird samples? The last problem of all was how much time she had left. If she believed she didn't have much time left, especially under desperate, disadvantageous conditions, she might try to stab whoever she thought of as an enemy. But Rena sounded like she really believed she would regain her happy and peaceful days after everything was over. I guess that means you can't nuke the village, if that's the goal. Rena probably meant she was going to stay alive and win. Was there something like an antidote? It didn't have to be real. As long as it was an antidote to Rena's delusions, it didn't matter what it was. It could even be water you wash your vegetables with. But if she thought she could get the antidote so easily, she wouldn't have been so desperate about the time she had left. The antidote must be difficult for her to get. The easiest place for that, in her delusion, was that it was hidden somewhere in the clinic. Putting it all together, I felt like Erie and his clinic were in danger. Now that I thought about it, the elderly people in the village, including the members of the town council, hung out in the waiting room of the clinic all the time. If most of the board members happen to gather there, for her, it'll be the perfect place to attack. Start thinking. I don't know. It feels like it's gonna be really out there though, so. But I agree. I told Mion that during her lunch break.
普段ならそんなバカなって言いたいところだけど、その可能性を全く否定できなくもないからね。本家に電話してみるよ。診療所にも人を配置するように言っとく。
Oops, my bad. I was like, it's so hot in here. Why don't I have my window open? Because it was raining. I slipped something. Mian didn't object to my crazy idea. She put her chopsticks and went to the teacher's office to make a phone call.
先ほどからなんだか物騒な話でございますけど。
There's no way Satoku's the target, but so that should be fine. He should be safe unless she is nuking the village.
本当にレナさんがそんな恐ろしいことをなさいますの？診療所を襲うなんて信じられませんわ。
するかもしれない。しないかもしれない。でもな、怒っちまったらおしまいなんだよ。惨劇に抗うってことは、起こさないように戦うってことなんだから。
Does Rika have any insight to what's going to happen?
何事もないことを祈りたいのです。
Never mind. Probably not, I guess. Ooh. Bad ending. What a weird place to put it. Guess if we're wishy-washy. There's no way that we're gonna need more than this amount, right? I'll just put it at 4. So, we'll do the bad ending after we finish the main playthrough, just not to disrupt the flow. Last time was weird, but it was actually, besides being weird, it was fun because we got to go on a date with Mion, but it was weird because it was, definitely seemed like a different arc. I mean, it definitely was a different arc. Yeah, it'll be alright.
わかりました。
Kasai.
若いのを2人ほど診療所に送ります。
まさかとは思うけどね。何をやらかすか分かったもんじゃない。
姿を見たら直ちに。
Wonder what Shion's doing. I low-key had a feel. I'm not gonna lie, during the talk with Oishi and Mian, I low-key thought it might be Shion just because how the mother was there and Kasai was there, and we know. Well, I think that Shion has like a slightly better relation. I mean, she definitely has a better relationship with Kasai, but also with the mother. And I thought they were gonna reveal it at the end, but that didn't happen. So, guess we're good. It doesn't really make sense if Shion cooped. Does that mean, well, what? The possibility is what? Shion cooped, the head's dead, Mion's dead, or something? And this is Shion, but nah. It's so good. Don't hit me with that. I don't think that's actually good.
どうしようね。
先日の会合で竜宮レナを確保して警察に引き渡すことで決着しています。ですので、ひっ捕らえても一応筋は通ります。
うちの対面じゃなくて、レナの心情的に気の毒だな。
Yeah, I was memeing. There's no way. That's like a 99% false. You know, just laying the groundwork just in case something crazy actually happens like that, then I can be like, I totally kind of knew it.
できたら本当に静かに決着したいんだけどね。
まあ、お若いですから。人さえ殺さなければ大抵はごめんなさいで済みますよ。
じゃあアウトかもだ。
いえいえ、見つからなければセーフですから。
Yep, don't forget about the corpses she killed.
セーフセーフ。
Or people she killed.
沖宮の界隈ではあの二人の失踪を気にする者はいません。
That's what I thought.
何かのヤバい話を踏んで夜逃げしたんだろうということになっています。あの程度のゴロつき、次から次へです。ですからセーフセーフ。
Thanks,
アウトだ
Tasai.
のセーフだの私ら野球拳でもやってるわけ
Stop it. Don't mention baseball. You know that's slightly cursed. What? That's hinting that Casa is the manager? You kidding me, game? Don't think I would catch that, or Mion is? Or, oh no. Yo! Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Don't tell me that the baseball lingo is a hint that this is actually Shion, not Mion. Don't do that to me. There's no way it's true, but that just boosted it from a 99% false to like a 95% false. Come on. Stop it.
まあいいやそれじゃあくれぐれもよろしくお願いします
And by stop it, I mean stop it my brain from interpreting it like that.
了解しました。
Will be a sit call if I do hit it though.
では、引っ捕らえてよろしいんですね。
ちゃんとタッチアウトにするんだよ
By force, don't like break her bones or whatever. Hopefully.
クロスプレーなんかにしないようによろしく頼みます
This is Mion? Oh, this is Mion POV. No color change either. Chase scene. When I thought about chase scene, you think of the Rena chase scene from Anutatashi. God damn it. When I put the phone down, I sensed Chia Sensei looking at me. No wonder, as she had been able to hear the conversation clearly in this tiny room. Chia Sensei put her spoon down, and with a sad look on her face, she asked the following.
今の電話は竜宮さんをめぐる話ですかまあはい園崎さん竜宮さんはどうして家出をしちゃったんでしょうお友達として何か知ってはいませんか
It was hard for anyone to understand Rena's situation except for me and Kei-chan. So most of them thought that Rena just ran away from home. Was there any other more thoughts about this? I didn't even realize the switch. Low-key, I didn't even realize the background change for a bit. Oh boy. But after she did, the tops made too much of a fuss over it. Oishi stupidly believed that the scrapbooks were a bit scoop and he overreacted in trying to find Rena. I'm just trying to reiterate, I really don't feel like Oishi believed it, and I think this might have just been part of his game plan to pinch stuff on the Sonozakis, and he was using this as an opportunity to mess them up a bit. But whatever, that's just me. I can't wait to read the next start, just so I can stop having these mastermind thoughts and just put me in my place already. He had patrol cars running around everywhere in the village. He even used the town council's phone directory to find her. So people in the village thought Rena did something wrong and was trying to run from the cops. What was going to be difficult for me, more than finding her, was to make up a story to retrieve Rena's honor after they detain her. What about this? Rena went for a walk, fell down, and hit her head on the edge of some tofu and lost her memory. Ah yes, the wild tofu. Oishi misunderstood something big time and he thought she was a criminal. It was too easy. Anyway, we did make it clear that Oishi was the one who misunderstood everything at the meeting the other day. I had to make the best use of his name while he was feeling down for once. What I'd have to do was not to make a big deal about the situation, and to create an environment that allowed Rena to forget everything that happened in order to get her life back together as soon as possible.
大丈夫ですよ先生
Well, at least I think I can safely rule out this Mion and or Shion person that she's not having. Because, see, we are in her POV. and she's not having malicious thoughts at all, or like any secret attempts to steal the book or anything, because this is her POV and her thoughts wouldn't like lie to us, because that would be weird. And she's not under stress, so I think Mion is fully cleared. It doesn't clear like all the high class Sonozaki members, aka Akane and Oryu, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, there we go. That's it. If Oishi had a POV shot, I would totally trust him.
レナは今ちょっと病気になってるだけです。それを警察の某ベテラン刑事が素敵に勘違いして話をややこしくしただけです。
Oishi's just has a big presence, okay?
まさか先
Don't
生、
be mean to my
レ
boy.
ナが悪いことをして逃走中なんて信じちゃいないですよね。それは
It's a blushing Chi. It's kind of cute. Hello, Chi.
でも
Chia.
家出することによってご家族におかけしている迷惑を考えれば悪くないということはありません。
She had a fight with her father, and she ran away from home for a little while. She acted childish, and that's all. Maybe that'd be the best story to go with.
何か悩みがあったのでしょうか。それに気づけなかった私は教師失格ですね。
Chia, I think you're an alright teacher, because I feel like a lot of, I was gonna say you're a good teacher, but I do feel like a lot goes on in the classroom with some pretty big issues, and you just never really help in most of them. But I don't think you're a bad teacher. You're like good enough to be a teacher, and probably a good person too. Don't mind it, Chia.
一度竜宮さんとじっくりお話がしたかったで
Me
す。
too. You should talk down with everyone. Maybe that would stop the craziness. Who knows? Maybe Chia could have prevented everything.
先生、ちょっとヘビーに考えすぎです。もうちょっとリラックスリラックス。プチ家出なんて今時珍しくないですって。
Is it? I mean, maybe it is.
竜宮さんがこのまま不良になってしまって悪いことを始めたらどうしましょう。
Oh man, yeah. What if she became a bad kid and did bad things? Sounds so weird. What is that noise? Isn't that the noise Rita's girly voice person makes? Or was it like ooh-ah? It was something similar. Oh my god. Is this a hint that Chia is Is Chia the person talking to Rita? Is Chia self-aware? Oh no. What is happening? Crazy thoughts are coming to my head and nothing crazy even happened yet. No, I wanted to Sorry, we need to do that again.
竜宮さんがこのまま不良になってしまって悪いことを始めたらどうしましょう。
I'm actually not memeing, right? Oh, I don't remember though. But like the voice, didn't the voice Rita do like was talking to in one of the hints did this? I remember it because you gotta memorize the Higurashi sounds. They're very important. It obviously sounds different in the voice, but that could be a hint. Oh my god, no man. Too much memes in this episode already.
竜宮さんがこのまま不良になってしまって悪いことを始めたらどうしましょう。
Either way, it's cute. Chia, you're being too cute for this. It's not your role. You're supposed to be a teacher. Don't take the cute spotlight, alright? Ryuku-san becomes a bad kid. Whoa, arrow key. Okay, it's like a flowchart. So she becomes a bad kid, she does something bad and gets arrested by the police. It's her teacher's responsibility. I'll be dishonorably discharged. I can't eat curry anymore. I'm dead. I think this, dude, worried Chia. It's a rare voice we've never heard before. I liked it. I think that's a little bit weird, huh? I don't even think it would hit this, but can you trade if you're a teacher? Then she dies till she can't. Well, that part made sense, but okay. Also, one more. Putting in the work, huh, Chia? Chia Sensei seems comically upset by her own imagination. It looked funny, so I decided to leave her alone. Oh no. I made to leave the teacher's office to go back to the classroom, but right then the phone rang.
はいもしもしひなみ沢文庫でございます
Chia Sensei had to answer the phone all day today because the principal was on a business trip. I exited to the hallway. Then I heard the tone of her voice change.
今どこにいるんですか
Is this Rena? What? I yelled and looked back at her. It was probably Rena. She told the stool. I tried to go back inside the teacher's office, but Chia Sensei gestured at me not to come in. Chia Sensei acknowledged what Rena was saying several times, and then she looked up at the clock.
わかりました今からすぐ行きます
Why Chia as the hookup? What?
先生との約束ですよ
Oh my god, did Rena realize Chia was the culprit? And we were just late to the party? Because I guess there's not a lot except for the... Oh. But did Rena find that out through different means? Oh my god. She said only that, put the phone down and got her purse out of her locker.
院長
Chia, this is... Whatever's happening is... I don't think this is good.
先生は休養ができました
Meow better have some people tailing Chia right now.
しばらく表へ出ますのでみんなを自習させてください
She took her car key out from her purse. It was obvious that she was going to see Rena somewhere. Or what if this is a big brain plan from Rena to make Mion lose her bodyguard so she can assault the stool or something?
先生今の
Maybe.
電話はレナ
Oh boy. What?
以上です
It's a close-up Chia. So rare. Oh my god, it's been 42 minutes already? It honestly doesn't feel like that at all. Holy.
よろしく頼みますよ院長
Time flies fast when you have a cute Chia. Okay, that's enough. I mean, she's leaving the scene, so that's good. Chia Sensei completely ignored me and she ran out into the hallway. She ran to the schoolyard and got into her car. The moment her car left through the gate, I ran out to the schoolyard myself. I headed for the black... Yeah, I knew it. Oh, what if this is a bait by Rena? Rena's watching the school. She notices the guards. She makes Mion lose the guard so she can go into the school. That's messed up if that's it. There's no way she's targeting Chia. That seems too much. Despite the memes. I headed for the black car. Yeah, right, I read that.
お疲れ様です。
Gangster.
今のところ異常ありません。
あー違う今出ていった先生の車を追って多分行く先にレナがいる
了解っす
レナは警戒心が強いから注意してね捕まえたら有無を言わさずに本家放り込んで葛西の指示に従うこと私の友人だよ怪我なんかさせたら許さないからね
Rena must have told Chia Sensei that she wanted to talk to her alone. I could tell that easily from the way she ignored my question. I did feel a little bad for ruining their promise, but it was very important that we taught her before she did something wrong. We could still make up an excuse that she was just wandering around because she had a fight with her father and ran away from home. But if she set fire to the clinic or something, there would be nothing I could do. The car made a rough U-turn on the gravel road, and it chased after Chia Sensei's car at full speed. I watched the car until it was gone. All I could do now is pray that this would be settled calmly. Oh.
みんな警長 の授業は自習になったよ。
Oops.
というわけで、おとなしく席について何かやること。
Why are there so
自習
Why are there so many good voice lines?
みんな傾聴。午後の授業は自習になったよ。というわけで、おとなしく席について何かやること。
Game, you're spoiling me more than I need to be spoiled. I'm already full. Mian ran up to me and spoke quietly.
レナから電話があった。
本当か？
うん。ついさっき職員室に電話が。千恵先生が指定された場所に会いに行ったみたい。
レナのやつ、一体どういうつ
It's
もりなんだ？
definitely a bait. There's no way. I don't know. Chief Sensei better not die after her great performance this session.
わかんない。とにかく、うちの車に先生の後を追わせてる。レナには悪いけど、そこで踏んづかまえる。
Think you're getting played.
うまくいくといいな。
But either way, it's definitely the right call to make to follow her. Maybe have one bodyguard stay behind, but it's a little risky for the one following Rena. Or Chia.
荒ごとには慣れてる連中だよ。任せとこう。
じゃあ捕まえれば一件落着なのか？
だね。そしたらとりあえず病院に放り込むよ。きっと専門の医者が見たらなんだってくらいに典型的な何かの病気だよきっと。
Well, it's not typical, but if it
強迫
is,
性、心因性、ストレスなんたらとか、多分そんな感じのやつ。
if it is what the doctor in the hint said, it's unique to the village because of the circumstances. While we were spending our afternoon studying peacefully, the members of the Sonozaki family would capture Rena, who was waiting for Chia-sensei somewhere. The problem would be solved. It wasn't going to be easy after that, but I was sure Mian could take good care of her. And in the end, everybody would understand that Rena just ran away from home because of a silly fight with her father. A happy ending.
一件落着でしょ。
Mian winked at me. She looked like she already thought everything was over. But that just didn't sound right to me. I couldn't see any connection between Rena and Chia-sensei. Yeah, same. It was hard to explain, but there was something wrong. I wasn't saying that they didn't get along. Rena was a good student, so Chia-sensei had a good relationship with her. But I just didn't understand what Rena wanted from Chia-sensei. While I was thinking about it, the door opened and one of our classmates came back from the bathroom. With Rena! Dude, called it. New sprite. Looks a little janky, actually. But I like the cleaver. More the facial area. I knew it, dude. She's ganking us.
レナ。
みんな起立起立
Nice.
教室の真ん中に集まって
Everyone gasped in surprise. Even Chia-sensei couldn't make everybody go quiet all of a sudden. Yeah, I wonder why. Rena was gripping the shoulder of the student who came back from the bathroom. In her other hand, she had a big, scary-looking hatchet. It was the same one she had the other night. Everyone immediately understood that Rena had taken a hostage.
みんな聞こえてない教室の真ん中に集まって机は周りにどけちゃってね
Uh-oh. Duck, duck, goose? Nobody grasped what she was asking us to do. We all froze. Rena was the only one who was smiling. It was terrifying.
兄ちゃん委員長でしょみんなに指示して
Yo, Rita's the first to go. Oh no.
レナ、
Do
あん
something.
た何をやってんの？
Bam! Yo, look at these sprites. This one looks less janky. It just looks so different from a normal sprite. Maybe that's why it looks a little weird. A loud noise washed over Mion's voice. Rena hit the teacher's desk really hard with her hatchet. She pulled out the hatchet, making an ominous ripping noise. There was now a line of violence carved plainly into the desk. Uh-oh. She broke it. She has senses going to be mad when she comes back. No, that wasn't it. What the hell?
みーちゃんはやっぱりダメだね。じゃあケイチくんに頼むよ。ケイチくんだけは最後まで私の仲間なんだよね。だから信じていいんだよね。
Rena, your eyes. You look so scary. I've never seen eyes like that in my life. Your eyes are full of insanity. Why are people afraid of insanity? Insanity means that a person doesn't share the same values and the same common sense as us. For example, say a thief breaks into your house and he ties you up. You would get scared and wonder if he is going to stab you before he leaves. But you hope that the thief has feelings too and that he's not going to kill you for no reason. No matter how bad the person is, we tend to believe in his goodwill, as long as we share the same values, the same common sense, and the same morals as him. But we can't expect goodwill from somebody who doesn't have those things. We can't expect goodwill from a person who can't communicate with us. When a burglar has a knife and you beg him not to hurt you, you expect him to listen to you and show you mercy. In other words, you can still communicate with him. But if he doesn't have the ability to communicate, he's just like a monster that's trying to attack you, or like the blade of a guillotine that's falling down on you. You fear him because you can't communicate with him. That's insanity. It was the same fear we were feeling towards Rena at that very moment. She looked like a human, just like us, but there was no room for her to communicate with us like a normal person could do. Everybody understood that fear instinctively.
ケイチくん、机をどけさせて教室の真ん中に広場を作って。
Dude, the only time we did this was like, I forgot who was fighting. It was like Satoko versus... When was it? I don't even remember the arc, but it was like Satoko versus someone in like in the middle of a ring in the classroom. It was like a sideline thing, but yeah.
わかった。
Don't fight Satoko.
みんな、レナが言うのに従おう。
Rena was like a barrel of gunpowder at that moment. She seemed really calm and quiet, but she could explode any minute. When she did, I doubt she'd show us any mercy. She probably wouldn't hesitate to use that hatchet on us. That's right, just like how I didn't feel guilty or hesitate to kill Rena and Mion. Everybody went all quiet while pushing the desks against the wall to make space where Rena wanted it. Rena, saying that we're moving too slow, hit the blackboard with the hatchet, making a horrible noise. I can imagine that. Yeah. Every time she did that, she left an equally horrible scar on the blackboard, the thing that we looked at most in the school.
じゃあケイチくん、みんなのロッカーから縄跳びを出してもらえるかな。
Huh?
それを使って
Oh
みんなを
no.
後ろ手で縛ってね。
俺、縛るのとか下手くそなんだよ。
Good. Good
多
one.
分、上手に縛れないぞ。
後でちゃんと縛れているか全員のを調べる。ゆるい人はその場で殺しちゃうから、
Oh
しっ
no.
かり縛ってあげてね。
We were still kids. We saw the word kill all the time. It was used a lot in comic books and cartoons after all. So normally you'd assume we'd be used to hearing the word kill. But when Rena said she'd kill us, it sounded so frightening. I never heard something like that before in my life. to Rena, our lives were like cards she could use for negotiation. She got rid of one card every time somebody refused her request. Get rid of. Damn it, why did we use such scary words like get rid of for simple things like playing cards? Anyway, there were about 20 students in the class. There's a little bit too many for Rena to handle. She might get rid of one or two just to set an example. I decided to do what Rena said because I didn't want her to lose her temper. I got out everybody's jump rope from their lockers.
じゃあみんな床にうつ伏せになってね。ケイチくんは後ろ手にどんどん縛っていって。きっちり縛るんだよ。ケイチくんは私の味方だもん。だからわざとゆるくなんか縛ったりしない。ね。
Mion tried to make eye contact with me. If everybody was tied down, we wouldn't be able to stop her from occupying the stool. There are more than 20 students in this class. Half of them were boys, but most of them were smaller than Rena. But there are enough people to overpower her. But if he did that, Rena would probably hit her hostage with the hatchet. And she'd use the hatchet to attack the rest of us without hesitation. It'd be a bloody battle. I'm sure somebody would get hurt if we tried to overpower her. The hostage would be seriously injured, or maybe even die. If that happened, it was over. No matter how hard we tried to cover up, she'd never be able to live peacefully like before. Mion seemed to understand that too. I could tell from Rena's eyes that she wasn't going to go easy on us. If somebody showed defiance, she'd break the hostage's head open immediately. Of course, Rena had done that before. She'd probably do it again with no hesitation. But as long as we did what she said, we could prevent that bloody tragedy. If we could somehow solve the situation without shedding any blood, with Mion's influence, we might still be able to pretend that this never happened. At the least, we would make sure she didn't kill anyone. Quick pause. Just got some more water. Worried Mion. There's no way we can use the Chia Sprite thumbnail for this. That'd be too much of a meme. But if it gets randomly generated, I'll use it. Mion tried to think of ways to overpower Rena, but she couldn't come up with any good ideas to save the hostage. That's how easy it would be for Rena to kill them. The best thing to do at that time was to wait for a chance without agitating her further. Mion lay down on the floor and everyone else followed suit, sluggish with terror. And I was left alone, standing rooted to the spot with jump ropes in my hand. All of my classmates were lying face down on the floor, while Rena was pointing the hatchet at the hostage. Watching our every move from behind the teacher's desk, I just stood frozen in the middle of it all.
ケイチ君にはまだまだ手伝ってもらうことがたくさんあるの。だから早くして。あんまり時間がかかると何人かが死んでしまうかもしれない。
Some of the little kids started crying when they heard the word die.
大丈夫だよみんな。ケイチ君がきっと助けてくれるから。だからきっと誰も殺されないよ。
Damn it. What a bold threat. She said I was her friend, but she was just playing with the meaning of the word. I was the last person who could still fight against Rena under these circumstances, but it wasn't going to be easy to overpower her by myself. I wasn't sure if I could do that. Even if I tried to act tough, once Rena pointed the hatchet at somebody's neck, it was over. I shouldn't fight against her for now. I should just wait for a chance. As long as Rena was alone, there would be a chance. She made me tie them up because she couldn't do that by herself. There's a limit to what she could do because she was by herself. If we could cover this up somehow before Chia-sensei came back, we'd still be able to pretend like we were kidding around. I finally realized something. I realized why Rena told Chia-sensei to meet with her. Yeah? You just realized that now, Kichi? I mean, at least you did realize it. In order for Rena to take over the classroom, she needed to get rid of Chia-sensei. Chia-sensei had a very strong sense of justice. Even if Rena had a gun, she wouldn't hesitate to overpower her. She was the kind of teacher who would risk her life for the students. Rena needed to figure out how to get rid of Chia-sensei. That was the key to her plan. Rena probably thought about attacking her from behind at first. But there was a risk there, as Chia-sensei was a grown-up woman, so she probably thought attacking her directly wasn't a wise choice. So naturally, the next option would be to lure her out somewhere. Rena told Chia-sensei and told her she wanted to talk to her in private in order to lure her out in someplace far from her. Do we really need this large explanation, Keiichi? I think it's almost self-explanatory. Most people, including Chia-sensei, thought Rena was just running away from home. So Chia-sensei must have thought Rena had some problems she wanted to talk to her about. It was too easy to deceive her. Where did she make the phone call from? She probably used the phone in the stool. Well, not in the stool to be exact. She probably used the phone in the second floor of the stool, the one belonging to the forestry service. The school was usually part of the forestry service building, but this particular location was more of a branch office. Cause it's not like somebody was here all the time. Rena knew that, and she probably had been hiding there for a while. She called the phone on the first floor from the second floor, and she made Chia-sensei leave the school. I didn't think it was a coincidence that the principal was on a business trip today. She probably snuck into the school yesterday. She saw the principal's schedule, learned how to call the phone on the first floor from the second, and carried out the plan. Sorry, a little flummy. Little bit flummy. She planned it perfectly. Yeah, I knew it. Rena was insane, but I knew she was also really calm. She was possessed by her delusion, and she was also unbelievably calm about it. So, she could still think fast. I knew that very well because I'd been through the same thing before. What was worse is that Mion's bodyguards were gone. Mion told them to follow Chia-sensei because she thought Chia-sensei was going to meet Rena. Damn it, everything seemed to be working out in her favor. I tied up the last person and I looked in Rena's direction. If I didn't tie them up really tight, Rena would kill them. But when I tied them too tightly, they suffered in pain. Their pain cries made me feel useless.
ありがとう、ケイチ君。ケイチ君を疑りはしないけど、一応全員を調べるね。ケイチ君は頭の上で手を組んでうつ伏せに寝ててね。これは全員に言うけど、私の断りなく立ち上がったら殺す。本人も殺すし、見せしめでランダムにもう一人殺す。ランダムじゃよくないね。じゃあこうしよう。言うことを聞かなかった子と出席番号に銃を加えた子を殺すにしようかな。例えば岡村くんが言うことを聞かなかったとする。そうすると出席番号11
Watanabe, even though we don't know who he is.
渡辺くんが一緒に殺されちゃう。わかる？常に2人死ぬの。歯向かっても自分の命一つじゃ責任が取れないってこと、よーく胸に刻んでおくんだよ。
How awful. She totally understood how to threaten people. Normally you stand against an attacker at your own risk. If you fail, you're going to die. But if you're responsible for someone else, then you couldn't try to resist. You can't risk somebody's life with your own decisions.
全員ちゃんと縛れてるね。ケイチくん、縛るの下手くそって言ってたけど、結構うまいよ。自信持っていいよ。じゃあ、ケイチくんは立って。
It was too late to fight back. I followed her orders. I just had to wait for a chance. We could still turn this into some kind of a bad joke. I had to do something. Anyway, what were you planning to do, Rena? Don't tell me this is the come from behind victory you were talking about. Dude, what if this is a fake Rena and the real Rena's come from behind victory was to kill this Rena with a bat? Oh no, that's a meme, but I don't know. Is it a meme? You never know. Oh, well, I guess we won't know because it's a chapter break. Jesus, that... Well, I wasn't expecting it, but I was expecting Rena to gank them. I thought she was just gonna go for the Mion kill. Ah, nice. Some police boys. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. I know it's kind of a sucky place to end, but yay, the novel did it for me, huh? But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. This was fun, you know, we got a great start, got some memes out, got some Chia action out, some rare, cute Chia, and then we got some spooky Rena. So next episode, maybe Owishi's gonna make his triumphant return, you know. You thought Owishi was down and beaten, then he's just gonna rise from above and just fall on Rena and knock her out like that. That's my prediction. Official prediction. But yeah, see you guys Wednesday. This is good. We also have our bad ending in the back pocket for when we finish. So yeah, that'll be fun. But thanks for watching as always. Hopefully see you next time and come back later for, I don't know, near the end of Tsumihoroboshi, I guess, maybe. Yeah, see ya.